Recently, we discovered a planet home to intelligent life. The planet is called Jambia, and the creatures living there are called Kharges. The planet has many interesting phenomena, but first let me talk about the planet itself. Jambia is almost double the size of Earth, at around 500 billion cubic miles in volume. The mass is around 1.5 times the mass of Earth, at almost 9 septillion kilograms. The gravity is also 1.5 times Earth's gravity. Because of this increase in gravity, the Kharges have stronger bone structures than humans do. They also have their exoskeletons in addition to their normal skeletons. They also have hammer-like limbs that are very useful for forging metals. The layer that the Kharges live on top of is particularly interesting. The top layer is made of fertile soil that they use for farming, while the layer below the top layer is made of remains of trees that fell down after their roots lost their grip on the soil. The layer of tree remains is the reason the soil is so fertile. Below this layer is a stony layer made of gravel. It's like wet sand except much more compacted. Below that stony layer is the most interesting layer, which is made of rusted metal. It's hot, but it's not hot enough to melt. Going close to the core, we can see it does get hot enough to melt. The area where the rusted metal is hot enough to melt is right next to the core. In the core, all of the rusted metal combines into valuable alloys. Because of the rust in the metal, the alloys have a slight reddish tint. Jambia's star system is similar to ours, with other planets that are unimportant and don't support life. Jambia is the second planet from its star, about 0.93 astronomical units away. Jambia's most interesting phenomenon is the weather faults. The weather faults are where wind, rain, and other things occur. These weather faults stay in about the same place all year round. Because of this, the Karajas can have their main farming infrastructure there to get rain year round. There are 8 weather faults, with 4 of them being the place where wind originates on the planet. The wind keeps all the faults in the same place all year because they are pushing on the rain faults all year round. The reason that the wind faults stay in place are because they are directly in line with the place that the material from the rings gets absorbed into the planet. Jambia is quite a hot planet, although the Karajas have heat-resistant shells similar to vent crabs that live on Earth. Life on Jambia is in hot deserts and tropical rainforests, and consists of a lot of forging with metals. This forging with metals is the reason their species is so rich. Days on Jambia are 35 Earth hours long, and years are 250 Jambia days long. The reason that the metal inside of the planet is rusted is because in the debris in the rings that gets absorbed by the planet, there are pockets of oxygen that make the metal rust. Many of the phenomena on Jambia are unexplained, such as why the debris in the rings have oxygen in them, or why the rings get absorbed into the planet the way they do. However, we are working on trying to figure out why these phenomena happen.